Hey guys, it's Dark Siege. I'm in Tides of War, and I'm going to go over Pass 4 gameplay. I'm going to show you some battle reports, then I'm getting some pics and some videos. And during that, I talk about some tactics that we do. So if you are a Siege March, or you go against Siege March, pretty much everybody might want to watch it all the way through. All right, man, please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it, and let's get into it. Here's Gajamata and Gonzo. And I will say, man, I loaded Gajamata up, and I especially did later on. Early on, I would say I had it about 2/3 T5 and 1/3 T4. And here it's like, 824 ratio, 1 million to 129, right? If you look at the next one, lower kill point numbers, but 546. I'm just showing you by Pass 4 what kind of numbers I'm doing. You can see Margaret and Bobber at 249. I will say I wasn't shy about getting beaten up on the line. So the kill points to me were a lot more important than the high number, although we love getting those high numbers or ratios, right? You'll see people show some crazy high ratios, right? But their kill points are low. And to me, the kill points is what's worth it. Alrighty, here's a 570. Here's a 693. Here's a 700, right? With John and Steven. And look at, man, that is fucking respectable. 1.4 here to 210. I will say I was pleasantly surprised with Steven and John. Man, they really can pull their weight in bigger battles. They really can. I I liked it. Here's another one at 579. Margaret at 689. Look at the kill points, man. 2.6 to 382. Like, that's some decent numbers. Right, 1.2 to 175 there. Again, John and Steven at 2.4 to 391 there. I like it. Margaret, not bad at 1.5 to 270. Look at, I like it. 2.5 million to 336 with a ratio of 748. Like, looking good, man. All right, 4 million kill points, 2 million kill points. We're trying to get up to 1 million on that one. Do what you can. 1.7, right? 800,000. 2 million. I'm gonna shy it up, right? 1.3, 1.1, right? So here's over 1,000 kill point ratio. These are the ones that we love to show off, right? I didn't even mention 1 million kill points. There you go. Some high kill point ratios. 802 kill point ratio. 1.1 to 171. All right, just burn through some of these. And here's, you can see the look at the battle where the troops are like start at 324. And then drastically, you get the shit kicked out of you, and you go down to 65% kill ratio points. Okay, we're going to go through some pictures first, and they're a good segue into the videos. And just showing you, some good battles that were going on. All right, so early on after the pass, as you're trying to set up your castle, you're trying to build some flags. This was a choke point, and you can see right here, like, that's this is the tip of the mountain or a barrier that we had to go through, and this is a choke point, right? Or a good pinch. Dude, he found such a good spot, right? It was annoying, right? But I mean, we eventually brought our siege and took care of it. I will say, as annoying as it is, I don't know if it's always helping your kingdom. So if you plan on doing things like this, I think it's really helpful. Like, if there was a ball fight right here, right? His team, our team, or his team over here where he has this great advantage, right? Awesome. We can't get to him unless we use siege. Cool. But here, funny, annoying, and maybe that's why he did it. I mean, I know this. I played with him a whole KVK. The guy has a ton of kill points, right? So I know he does things right. But I'm telling you, in general, just make sure when you do things like this, it's actually helping your kingdom versus just being annoying. All right. Here, I wanted to show you, we have siege players, not only myself, but others that literally get right on the line. And we help, we're getting pinched on 3 sides here, and we're good with it. I'm absolutely good with taking wipes. I want to help my kingdom. Siege is very fortunate. I probably take more wipes than most siege players, even when I'm paying attention, because I like holding the line, and sometimes people will run at you, and they expect you to run away, and sometimes I'm like, fuck it, I ain't running. Like, even though I know I'm going to get wiped. It's not the smartest play, but, it is what it is. All right, you have the bridge to the left here. You have our siege players down here in the bottom, and their guys on top. And you'll see later on of a video of this battle where they eventually, push down. I mean, they get like right to here, and our siege is just pumping away. And our siege, I think, made the difference. I mean, our guys are strong and they're good, right? I'm just saying the siege help out tremendously. Over here, it's more of an overview. I put siege on this side only because they kept popping siege through these castles and dropping them right here, trying to do the same thing. And I really feel it's siege obligation that if you can reach another siege tower on the enemy's team, you got to go get it. And I'm telling you, that is at the risk of getting the very good, the very shiny ratio and kill points, right? I think of it this way. Your guys are getting the shit kicked out of them from other siege towers because, they're holding the line in front and they're doing what you can. And then you're just in the back just soaking up kill points. And, I mean, there's value in that. But I love taking out their towers so it just helps my guys out. That's the way I see it. So I will do that 9 out of 10 times. This guy here, he was all by himself, and we had hit the flag, made it burn, and then everybody fell back. And as everybody went back, you had a couple guys trailing in to take him out. So this is me saving somebody's ass with a little Overwatch. Like a minute or 2 later, this person came back, and I actually sent them the photo, like a little funny, like, hey, had your back and saved your ass. But, siege isn't always bad, right? Sometimes we look out for you. Just battling. Here, sometimes when I battle, I'll put all 3 together, right? And sometimes if I think the battle is a little unshaky on our end, what I'll do is I'll put 1, 2 very close to other castles or cities so I can jump in real quick. And so what that allows me to do is really, I can focus on this guy, and as the ball moves closer and closer and closer, I can really concentrate on getting him out. And sometimes they're right on you, and I don't want to wipe all 3 at times when I know it's a fast-moving ball, so that's what I'll do. I'll make sure I have 2 guys in safe positions, dump, and then dump into there, and this guy I can get here, but I don't mind holding the line or even that getting wiped, right? Just being smart tactics every now and then. There are times when all 3 are together, but I'm just showing you some tactical positions when you're fighting, when the ball isn't to your advantage as a siege player. Rise of Towers, that's what I'm talking about, son. Right? It was a great picture. Wanted to show it. Here, we're just a bunch of siege holding the line. Again, siege help, holding the line. Towers, pew pew. Fucking love the commentary that we get some of these out of. Right? Later, there's another photo where there's a shitload of siege on this side, and they're on this side. Let's see if we can find it. Yep, there it is. So I really took the photo specifically to show the shots. Like, bam, we're taking them out. Bam, we're taking them out. Bam, bam. I just like it. I'm a siege geek. I love it. So they had more field in that particular one, and they kept coming at us. So more turrets, baby. Right? Our kingdom knows turrets help. It is obviously you need field. You will not do shit without field. But towers help, man. This is me just taking some plucks at people from over the side. I will say when you do things like this, again, like I talked about, there's a ball here and I'm helping out, right? And I'm just not being annoying. You have to be careful of your backside. Especially here, we had other people do this, and they got wiped because they jumped in and got them. And so you just got to pay attention. So you remember I was telling you early on, to the right-hand side where you have that, little peninsula coming out. That's where somebody was, and they were pewing off our, pew pew, our players. And then I told you, we'd come in, or I'd come in as well as others, and take out their towers to help people get by. And you do that enough, and they get the hint, like, maybe we should stop. And literally, I had them, they would type to me and say, okay, we're done. We won't do this anymore. Like, cool, right? I will say, I do like that as a Siege player. You do have an understanding with people who you've never met before. Like, I'm not saying I'm the shit, but my Siege are strong. They're not the strongest, but they can definitely carry their weight. And so when people are new at their Siege, and they're trying to do some towers, and they're not as strong as yours, and you are wiping them out, they get the hint pretty quick. And so they're like, okay, we're done. Cool. Let's move it along, kid. So this is the one I was telling you, where we had the still photo, where we had the bridge, and I was saying you, hey, we started on the side here. Look at me starting out. The first couple ones getting out there and getting some good shots. This is where I was telling you, like, this isn't being annoying. I mean, trust me, it's annoying to them. But it's helping my kingdom, and it's helping our coalition with taking these guys out from this position. Right? Getting my third one here. I can, I'm watching, I'm reflecting, because I can literally remember this portion of the KVK, and it was like maybe a month ago or something. It was cool. As soon as I notice another one dropping down, I am right on it. So here's an overview of how you'll see a lot of people on their Siege set up on these corridors to get some free hits. And okay, cool, but I think, they really would have been better placed had we put them all with our field fighters. But, it is what it is. See, you got 5 guys right there. Had they been up there, would have been more helpful. Here again is that fight at the bridge. And man, we got a lot of Siege laying the heat down. And honestly, man, this is the kind of stuff I like, where you see Siege. It's intimidating, I will say, when you see, 15 Siege on one side and you got to go through the narrow bridge, and we were literally kicking the shit out of you with Siege. Like, I absolutely love it. Here's a zoomed out, and then I think we start pushing them back at this point. Look, you can push and push and push, but then, like, the end of these marches are just getting low. Right? And then that's where we're going to make our push back and eventually clear them out. They're a little further away, I think so. And we're able just to push it back pretty good. See, they have their 2 Siege towers across their bridge on the left-hand side there. Bad Siege marches over there. And so I think, if I remember correctly, I'm trying to move up to take their Siege marches out. Yeah, look at me, trying to get their Siege marches. Yep. And that's what you want. That's how you help your kingdom. That guy's just going to get wiped out if you don't move soon. Yeah, he's already on it. But not before my Siege march gets you. So here's a battle where literally where the line is, where it crosses the purple to the blue, there's a wall, and you can make it out once you look at it long enough. Above me on my side, on the left, is we're all moving to get a flag, and they're taking, cheap shots at us, which, I get it, right? I would do the same thing in their position. And that's just me, defending. I can go and get easy KP and go up. But again, I tell you, my goal is to take out their Siege so they don't bug my guys, right? So I feel it's my obligation, my duty, if you will. I love the little smirk. All right, so we're balled up, and they're coming at us, and we have a good amount of siege there on the right-hand side. You can see where the gem node is, just below it. There you go. And we're fighting their guys. And I think we're taking out a flag, or we're building a flag. We're building a flag. Or we're taking one out. I don't know what it is. But we're there for a reason. Purpose, if you will. Here's another thing, and this is a great example of that, is you saw in the very beginning of this video how everybody was on top of the siege and we were balled up. And then as the fight goes, right, everybody goes with, right? But siege is behind. And I can't tell you how many times, you have two people, right? And they have 5 or 6 marches each. So 10 to 12 people marches are coming at you, and they come on the backside and get siege. I don't know how you stop that, right? But just understand that when you go chase, I've seen it too, where it's not really a purpose for everybody to fucking leave, and they chase somebody who has 5 marches and 3 or 4 people with their 20 marches, 24 marches total go rolling out and leave siege abandoned, and then they get wiped. So this is what I was telling you. You got to be careful of the backside. I didn't get hit, but in a situation like this, right, where if you look at the left top, their siege marches are just rolling by. And if they decide to come down and get me, cool. But they're not gonna, because if you look at the bottom, that march was active at Obito. And Hunda is out there, right? So that protects me. And that's stuff that I'm looking for when I'm doing stuff like that, because now I know I'm safe. If that march goes in or they take off completely, I probably bounce if it gets sketchy at all. So one thing I wanted to show you, and this guy Bot Killer kept hitting our siege, right? And what do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11 siege are there, right? And he'd come out, cheeseburger, and go back. And so I was curious, dude, what kind of numbers are you getting? And so, again, him coming out and pegging somebody. And so he actually sent me the report. And so his kill points for 510, and everybody else's was, 878. So, is it worth it? Nah. Right? He's not getting killed, though. It's not like his kill points are like 200. He's getting 500 kill points, right? And I don't know. It's probably worth it if you just want some easy points. I don't know. Or you hate siege that much. Fuck siege. Let me get him. Right? So, there you go. And just some video of him, cheeseburgering. And then the other team comes in. Bum, bum, bum. Ready to kick the shit out of all the siege that are AFK. And they are so happy to kill siege. This is about where you need to take off if you're a siege player, because you are going to get wiped. And there you go. See ya, bitches. See, I'm specifically hitting cities to go to GTFO. And then if I do that out of instinct now, it's like automatic. I'll find 3 cities and boom, 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 boom. And then if I can come back and jump back in, happy to do it. But you just got to be smart. That's all. All right, guys. That wraps it up for me. Please like and subscribe. I hope you liked the video. It's me just showing some highlights and some video play of our KVK and Siege in there. And I try to throw in a couple tactics. All right, guys. Please like and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed it. Range rocks.